Yeah, we back. Yeah, we back. Now, today's gonna be a quick video, man. I'm gonna be responding to, I guess, some detractors in my comment section. So let's get into it. Earlier today, I dropped a video talking about Kamala Harris and her support for Israel, things like that. So, and as you can see, take a look up on the screen. I'm not saying that this was a comment made by some undercover FBI agent, but the type of comment that it was and the type of statements that it was, it kind of reminded me of something that an FBI agent would be saying behind the screen. But anyways, I got some strange comments on that video, and it said this. At the top, this person said, "Where are you making this video from if you are still living here in a white nation? You shouldn't be this proud to be African. I'm saying this from a place of African unity." Now, I don't know who this person is, but like I said, it sounds like something that an FBI agent would say. So I responded, I said, "Explain." And then somebody else commented under that and said, "Why do you live in America if you love Africa and Haiti so much? I'm asking this as a black guy." Now that second comment right there, is definitely an agent. It's definitely not a black man. There is no black man that's gonna ask you a question and then follow it up with, "I'm asking this as a black guy." All right, that's definitely not a black man. It's definitely some white dude living in middle America. But anyways, I'm going to attack the argument anyway. Basically what they're saying in so many words, basically, nigga, go back to Africa. You feel me? Go back to Africa. You claim you love black people so much, nigga. Why you over here then? Then get the fuck out of here, bro. This the white man's country. This the white man's land. That's basically the sentiment that I'm getting from those statements. And I've always rejected those sentiments because I felt like, does my geographical location change my identity, change my politics, change my heritage and ancestry? If you ask me, those two things have no correlation to each other. They have no connection to each other. If I move to China, am I supposed to adopt the ideology of the Chinese Communist Party just because I live in Beijing? If I move to France, am I now supposed to renounce my identity as a black man and adopt pro-Western and pro-France political stances? If I move to the Dominican Republic, am I now supposed to become a Dominican nacionalista and start screaming, "Abajo los Haitianos"? Like, am I supposed to start saying down with the Haitians now because I live in DR? Because to me, that's what it sounds like they're trying to say, right? They're basically saying, well, you live in New York City, so why do you love Africa? Why do you take pride in being a man of African descent? Why haven't you assimilated? Why haven't you become a proud American? Why haven't you began supporting Western foreign policy? Right? You live in New York City. Why are you not in support of Western foreign policy? And as a black man, I reject that, right? Because when foreigners come to our country, you don't see them get immersed into the local culture and abandon their identities and heritage to take on a brand new identity and embrace it full force. No, they do not. They still maintain their traditions and customs and identity and who they are, no matter where they're located on the planet, even if they've been in certain countries for generations and generations. And I'm going to give some examples in today's video. Right? Because listen, as black men, that's one thing they're gonna use to shut you down, right? They go, well, nigga, go back to Africa. Why you love Africa? Why you over here? Because I can be. The same way they go to our countries and get money, I can be here and get money too. And I can still stand as a man on who I am. I don't gotta renounce who I am as a man. I don't gotta reject who I am as a black man in order to move around, in order to operate. I don't gotta do that. So I reject that sentiment 100%. And I reject that sentiment because I've never heard anybody say that to somebody like Elon Musk. Right? Take a look up on the screen. This person said, "Elon Musk, are you American or South African?" He says, "I'm an American, but I was born in South Africa, but I left by myself when I was 17 years old." Now, I was born and raised in New York City. I didn't leave nowhere. I showed up. I popped out in Brooklyn, New York. That's where I made my entrance. That's where I made my grand entrance. Right? This dude done came here when he was 17. Now, Elon Musk been left South Africa years ago. But meanwhile, just last year, he was saying this. They are openly pushing for genocide of whites in South Africa. Cyril Ramaphosa, why do you say nothing? Right? This man all the way in the United States. Why he worried about the white folks in South Africa? Why he worried about his kinfolk in South Africa for? He all the way in America. Why he worried about them people down there? Oh, so Elon Musk, he still love his people, even though he's not in South Africa right now. I don't know where he live. Where he live at? Texas? I don't know where Elon Musk be at, right? But wherever he's at, he could be on the goddamn Mars. He's still gonna be thinking about his people. He's still gonna have love for his people. And Elon Musk is somebody that I would label as a quote unquote pan-European. The same way I'm a pan-African, he has pan-European political leanings. right? He's very passionate about, Western civilization and the history of the Western white man and things like that. Oh, the British abolished the slave trade and the culture of the high culture of the West and Christianity and France and all this nonsense. He's a very Western centric type of guy, right? Very Western centric type of guy. During the UK riots that happened, in the past few weeks, he was like supporting the UK rioters and things like that. The guy is very, like I said, standard stereotypical, descendant of colonial settlers type of guy, right? So even though he lives in the United States, he's very concerned about the well-being of the white race. Now, of course, he was lying. There is no genocide of white people in South Africa. Last time I checked, it's the black migrants that's getting all the heat. But anyways, he was still pushing that, fabricated lie. Oh, there's white genocide happening in South Africa. The president better do something, right? Now, last summer, he also said this. He was talking about Julius Malema. He said, this is the likely future leader of South Africa, and he's calling for the genocide of 4 million whites who live there. Now, this dude living all the way in the United States, right? Using the same logic they used against me, he shouldn't even be worried about what's happening in South Africa. Why does he care about what's happening to the white folks in South Africa? Now, of course, he's lying. There's nobody killing the white folks in South Africa. Nobody's genociding them. He's a liar. But still, using the same logic they used against me, he's all the way in the United States. Why are you worried about what's happening in South Africa? Why are you worried about that, bro? Right? It doesn't concern you, right? Go back to South Africa, right? But I've never heard anybody say to Elon Musk, go back to, Johannesburg, go back to wherever you came from, bro. Nah, y'all be buying that man's, Tesla trucks and all this stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be buying that man's inventory. But then you want to come to the black man, talk about go back to Africa. Nigga, fuck you. Let's continue. Just a few months ago, Elon Musk said this: Europe is dying. Now, using the same logic they use against me, right? Why is he worried about what's happening in Europe? Why do you live in America if you love Europe so much? Same exact logic, same exact statement. I just switched out Africa for Europe, right? I've never heard anybody go to Elon Musk, blockhead Elon Musk, talk about, man, go back to Africa, go back to South Africa, go back to the Netherlands. I never heard nobody say that. But anyways, moving on, we're gonna go into the next example, right? Take a look up on the screen. Gilbert Bijo, Haitian businessman, Gilbert Bijo. I've never heard anybody tell this man go back to Syria. I guarantee. Listen, this dude got a whole damn palace down in Florida, right? He lives in a palace. He lives like a monarch, right? His family lives next to, Donald Trump and them down in Florida. They got property next to the Trump family, right? But I guarantee nobody in that community or in society has ever walked up to Gilbert Bijo and say, why you living in Florida since you love Israel so much, right? He's like the Haitian consul to Israel, like, or some things like that, right? Like, bro, nobody's ever told this man, go back to Syria, go back to Israel. He's in Miami eating steak and lobster, but I guarantee nobody done ever told that man, go back to Israel, go back to Syria, go back to the Middle East. Nobody's ever said, oh, why you in America? You should be in goddamn Tel Aviv, right? It's only the black man. They be saying that to the black man. They be telling the black man, go back to the Congo and shit like that. They never tell nobody else, go back to the Netherlands, go back to Tel Aviv, go back to fucking Palestine. Nobody tells him that, man. Nobody tells him that. It's only the black man that got to hear that stupid ass shit. But anyways, take a look up on the screen. Gilbert Bijo is a retired Haitian businessman. He is the founder of GB Group and is Haiti's only billionaire. He was sanctioned by the government of Canada for his involvement in arms trafficking and human rights violations in Haiti. Bijo is also the de facto leader of Haiti's Jewish community and an honorary consul to Israel. Now, this man's family done fled from the Middle East over 100 years ago, but he has still maintained his connection to his people. He still maintained his love for his people, and nobody has ever told him to go back to Jerusalem. Take a look up on the screen. Bijo is from a Sephardic Jewish family from Aleppo in the Ottoman Empire, now Syria, whose family immigrated to Haiti in 1896. The family has also been involved in other commercial activities all throughout the country. The Bijo family has remained in Haiti prominent in business affairs for 3 generations. Bijo is not religious but does own the only Torah in Haiti and culturally participates in Jewish holidays and events. His wife, Monique, is a convert to Judaism. Now, why is his wife converting to Judaism in order to be with him? Why can't he assimilate? He lives in Haiti, right? So he should assimilate. He should come to the goddamn voodoo temples and start, giving honor and veneration to the African ancestors, right? I mean, he lives in motherfucking Haiti, right? He's from Haiti, right? So he should assimilate. Why is he maintaining the Jewish traditions? How come nobody told him to go back to Israel, right? But it's only against the black man they say that. They don't say that to these other groups. You see, when it comes to the black man got to bend the knee, right? We got to bend the knee. We have to renounce who we are as men, and we have to assimilate and adopt a new identity. And if we have the audacity in order to maintain our heritage and our identity and who we are and our origins, then all of a sudden, nigga, go back to the Congo, nigga, go back to Africa, nigga, go back to Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, get the fuck out of here, bro. When it's the Jewish man supporting the interests of Israel, when it's Elon Musk supporting the interests of white South Africans, everybody just, oh, it's all good. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Nobody's telling Elon Musk to get the fuck out of Texas. Nobody's telling this dude to get the hell out of Florida. Nobody's telling none of them to go back to Tel Aviv, to go back to Johannesburg. It's only the black man they be saying that shit to. It's only the black man, bro. Everybody else, I don't understand it. But anyways, take a look up on the screen. Haiti does not have a rabbi or a synagogue. There is the Torah scroll that is stored in the house of Gilbert Bijo, a Haitian tycoon with financial interests in steel, telecommunications, banking, oil, and food. He is one of the richest citizens in Haiti and the de facto leader of the Jewish community on the island. Bijo owns the land where Israel recently established its emergency hospital to treat the victims of the earthquake. Now, like I said, this man's family fled the Middle East back in the late 1800s. Why does he have such an attachment to Israel? Using the same logic that was launched against me, how come he has not assimilated into Haitian culture, right? Why are you worried about Israel? Why are you still venerating the God of the Jews, right? Yahweh. You live all the way in Florida, and the majority of your money is made in Haiti. So how come you haven't embraced Haitian culture? How come you are still holding on to your ancient ancestral traditions? How come you're not embracing Papa Legba and Baon Samedi and Ezeli Dantor and the Haitian gods in the Haitian voodoo pantheon? How come you're still venerating Yahweh? Right? But nobody bats an eye when it's a Jewish man doing what he does, embracing his interests on the world stage. But when it's the black man, they try to shame you for that shit, bro. They try to throw dirt on your name for that shit. They try to give you these weird questions, bro. Why you so proud to be an African? Why you so proud to be African? Like, what kind of question is that? How you gonna ask a man of African descent, why you so proud to be African? That's how you know we live in a backwards planet. Like the planet we live on, this is a stupid planet. Anyway, let's continue. This was an article from the Jerusalem Post, and it's talking about his son. It says this: both Reuven Shalom Bijo and Daniel Kedar, two Jews who have lived in Haiti for years, are working behind the scenes to support Israel's mission in the Caribbean nation. These two guys assisted in such a way that made us look so good, said the Israeli ambassador Amos Radian. Now, Reuven Bijo, I believe he was, born and raised in Haiti, same way I was born and raised in the United States. Same way I was born and raised in New York City. He was born and raised, probably in Port-au-Prince, right? But why is he collaborating with the Israeli government, to the Israeli mission in Haiti? Why does he have such a connection to Israel, right? He's supposed to, he's not an Israeli no more. He live in Haiti. So you're supposed to be, in the black man's country now. So you're supposed to adopt the ways and customs and political orientations of the black man, right? Because that's what they're saying to us. They say, if you're a black man, right, and you're in the white man's country, you're supposed to adopt the ways and the customs and the political orientations of the white man. Right? But when they're in our countries, they don't adopt the ways and customs and traditions of us. So why are we obligated to do the same? Right? So I don't understand it. All right. I don't understand it. And that's exactly why I reject that sentiment, because they're basically saying that due to the fact that you live in this nation, you have to now become a stooge for Western interests, right? You cannot have your own individual political orientation. You cannot advance your own interests. You cannot be in support of your own agendas. You have to adopt the agendas of somebody else. No, I refuse. Anyway, let's continue. Another good example is Ben Shapiro, right? Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro was born on January 15th, 1984 in Los Angeles, California, to a conservative Jewish family. He is Ashkenazi Jew. And if you remember, a few months back, Candace Owens actually lost her job at Ben Shapiro's company due to the anti-Semitic statements that she made. Right now, this dude was born in Los Angeles, California, same way I was born in Brooklyn, New York. Right. But why does he have an attachment to his heritage and his ancestry and his identity as a man? Right. He fired this lady. He fired one of the stars of his network. Why? Because she made quote unquote anti-Semitic statements. You said you went against my people. You went against my people. And because of that, I had to chop off your head. Right. I had to get you out of here. Right. I had to get you out of here. Right. He's from Los Angeles, California. Right. He wasn't born and raised in Israel, born and raised in the United States, Los Angeles. But still, regardless of wherever he's located on the planet, he did not forget who he is as a man. He has not forgotten who he is as a man. He understands that my geographical location has no connection to my political orientation. And if you remember, back during the Hamas attacks against Israel last October, on his website, the Daily Wire, he was publishing articles like this. Ben Shapiro shares 5 ways to help Israel in the wake of the Hamas attacks. Right? This dude born and raised in Los Angeles, California. Right? Nobody telling him, nigga, go back to Jerusalem. Right? But they telling the black man, nigga, why you proud to be African? Nobody telling Ben Shapiro, why you so proud to be Israeli? You're from Los Angeles, bro. Nobody's asking him them stupid ass questions. And he wouldn't tolerate you asking him them stupid ass questions either. He would be like, bro, don't get out of my face with that. Don't talk to me like that, bro. You sound stupid. He would reject that sentiment. And that's the exact reason why I reject that sentiment. And those type of statements only work on people who are not solidified in who they are, who don't have conviction in who they are, who might have some self-hate or some uncertainty in who they are. It does not work on a black man who understands, who knows who he is, bro. You can't come up to me talk about why you proud to be African. Nigga, please try that on the next man. Try that on somebody else, bro. Anyways, man. The next example I would give is somebody like Carlos Slim, the Mexican entrepreneur, the Mexican businessman, Carlos Slim. I say Mexican, but he's really a man of Lebanese origin. You know, the Lebanese, they're like the Chinese, bro. They're everywhere. And the Chinese, that's another group of people. It doesn't matter where they are located on the planet, right? Nobody tells the Chinese, go back to Beijing. No, they set up shop wherever you go on the planet, you're going to find the Chinese there. And guess what? They're going to have their Chinese letters up, hanging up. They're going to be eating their cultural foods, wherever they at. They're going to be doing their own thing. They're going to be doing their own thing, bro. They're going to have a pro-Chinese, a pro-China, a pro-community ideology and mentality. And they're going to be off in the corner doing their own thing. They're not going to assimilate with you. No, they're going to maintain their traditions. They're going to maintain everything. They're going to maintain their culture, right? Nobody tells the Chinese to go back to Hong Kong. So don't come up to the black man telling me go back to the Congo. Anyways, take a look up on the screen. Carlos Slim was born on January 28th, 1940 in Mexico City. Both of his parents were Christians from Lebanon. He decided at a young age that he aspired to be a businessman as a future career in mind, and received business lessons from his father, who taught him basic financial, business management, and accounting principles by instructing him in how to analyze and interpret financial statements. Now, keep in mind, this is somebody whose family's been in the country in Mexico for decades and decades and decades and decades. He didn't just show up, a few years ago. They've been entrenched for generations, right? But yeah, if you remember, years back, there was a big major explosion in Lebanon, right? Major disaster in Lebanon, destroyed a whole bunch of Lebanese infrastructure. And guess who stepped up to the plate? Guess who put his money where his mouth is? Guess who put his money where his mouth is when it came to his people, right? Even though his family left Lebanon decades and decades ago, over a century ago. Take a look up on the screen. Lebanese Mexican billionaire Carlos Slim will help to rebuild the Beirut port. After that major explosion a few years ago, he put up his money because even though he's far removed from his origins, born and raised in Mexico, but his people are still on his mind, right? He hasn't renounced his identity as a man. He hasn't rejected his identity as a man. And I'm an outsider to Mexican culture. I don't know what's going on in Mexican culture, but something tells me that in Mexico, they don't tell Carlos Slim, nigga, go back to Lebanon. I don't know. I could be wrong, but something tells me that Nobody has ever walked up to Carlos Slim and ever told him, why you so proud to be Lebanese, right? Why you living in Guadalajara if you so proud to be Lebanese, right? Why you living over here in Mexico City since you so proud to be Lebanese, right? Like, well, you love Lebanon so much. Why you living in Tijuana? Nobody asked him that. I guarantee in his old 84 years of life, nobody has ever asked him that. So listen, if the Mexican man, if y'all not asking Carlos Slim that, y'all not asking Gilbert Bijo that, you're not asking Ben Shapiro that, you're not asking Elon Musk that, you're not asking any of, listen, nobody ever asked them that. So please, I'm telling you right now, don't walk up to me asking me them stupid ass questions. I'm just gonna block you, bro. I'm just gonna block you. For real. This YouTube channel is supposed to be like a think tank for intelligent black men to sit at the table. It doesn't matter where you are from, right? This is not, we breaking down borders on this channel. We don't separate ourselves by borders on this channel, right? On this channel, this is where black men from all over the world come sit at the table, bro. So don't come over here with that bullshit. Oh, you living over here, you from over here, you over there, we over there. Bro, I don't get down like that, bro. We black men, that's what it is, man. Anyways, it's your boy Never Card. That's Celine back in the Billy. Yes, indeed. Cash App in the description. Support the platform, man. Support the album. Peace. No. Feel like I'm 75. Know that your team be full of them traitors, you know that can never be mine. I'm grabbing a thought when I drive. I'm back in my zone and we on. She said that she ready to come be my wifey and hoping I don't do her wrong. I gave her my word in this bond. I'm whipping the best like a lamb. I mean no chicken and lamb. Accustomed to call me the man. I never be up on the gram. I'm keeping that way undercover. She want me to tell her I love her. I told her I'm breaking the rules. I told her we making the news. Back in my city they loving me. Standing alone I'm 100 deep. Enemy plotting and still in reach. They try to make sure that we underneath. Trying to make sure that we never make it. Coming for power, come get acquainted. Coming for everything that I wanted. Feeling like Drake, but I really wrote it. Feeling like Kendrick, I'm checking names. Gotta roll up while I go insane. Got so much stress, I been gained weight. Stuffing these racks in this Louis case. One thing for certain, I'm about to check. Keep it 100 and nothing less. Stick with the family since day one. Had to stay down in my day come. Had to stay down, but I'm never patient. Hop on the mic and I'm motivated. Hop on the mic and I drive a classic. Haters can't see me, they copping glasses. Back in the studio making magic. Got a new tape and it's in production. Back on my business, I got a budget. Staying low key when I'm out in public. Feel like I'm 75. Know that your team be full of them traitors, you know that can never be mine. I'm grabbing a thought when I drive. I'm back in my zone and we on. She said that she ready to come be my wifey and hoping I don't do her wrong. I gave her my word in this bond. I'm whipping the best like a lamb. I mean no chicken and lamb. Accustomed to call me the man. I never be up on the gram. I'm keeping that way undercover. She want me to tell her I love her. I told her I'm breaking the rules. I told her we making the news.